G'day everyone, Tim here. Just to follow up on the first video we've done explaining Wobblies and what it's about and where I'm coming from about mental health and depression, bipolar and mental health issues. This one's a follow up. People are probably wondering with my saying of we are strong, we are survivors, we'll win. That's to do with penguins. And you're probably trying to figure out why I've got penguins as ambassador, so to speak, for Wobblies. Well, first of all, penguins wobble, don't they? Like, you see them waddle and wobbling along the ice and everything else before they dive into the water. Now, the concept of the penguins being the mascot and ambassador for Wobblies is penguins are a lot more like humans than what people think. Okay, I'll explain that. Penguins are a community. They look after each other as a community, as a family, as friends, and even strangers, right? If something happens to one of the penguins in that colony, all the other penguins gather around, help raise their chicks, help feed them, help look after them, help keep them safe. When they're in the water and everything else, trying to get food and just having a good time playing, things like that, they're always on the lookout for danger. And some of those dangers can cause them a lot of misconceptions for safety. Penguins get depressed and they get mental health issues and other issues to go with themselves when something happens in their existence and their life is threatened, whether it be from old age, being from young, being from chicks, predators all around them. Penguins always stick together in a colony, they stick together as a group, they stick together as a family, they stick together as friends. That's the whole idea and concept of the penguins being the mascot and the ambassador for Wobblies. That's just like humans. When humans get the Wobblies inside their head, and as I said earlier in the first one, they find it very, very hard to talk, to open up, to start with. And that's the hardest step of all. Now, one of the concepts with that is people do have family they can talk to. If they don't feel comfortable, they can talk to a mate. They can talk to a psychologist. They can talk to a counsellor. They can talk to a stranger. They can talk to a group, like I do occasionally. Go out for a night and talk to groups, explain about mental health and the big impact mental health disease has on families, communities, friends, even strangers, small towns, farmers. Now, some of the things that people can do to express themselves, if they don't want to talk, they can write it down. They say, look, mate, can you have a look at this? Read it, and you'll get an understanding of what's going on inside the brain. That all comes down to having the wobbles. Now, as I said in the previous one, if you didn't understand what Wobblies actually stands for, it's work on balancing beliefs, life, individuality, existence, above all survival. And that's the whole thing about Wobblies. And that's what where the penguins come in. As I said, they wobble. They have the same mental health issues as what a human being does. And that is a big impact. There's not many animals out there in the world that work as a community, work as a family, work as friends, work together, and what the penguins do, same as what the human being does. A lot of other animals have their young, and when they're old enough, out they go. Primates are another example. They stick together as a group, as a family, as friends, as a community, look after one another, alert one another when danger is around. They always know when another one is down or there's something wrong or a problem. Same as penguins, same with humans. So that's the whole idea in the existence of the penguin as the mascot. You're probably still trying to work it out. He's trying to think about it, and you're going to get there and you go, oh, crikey, I had a bright idea. He's right. But then somebody could be saying, I don't get it. But it's the same as wobblies inside your head. You could get that, bro, I've got it, I know what's wrong. And others get, I can't figure it out, I can't understand what is going on with me. Where can I get help? The first step to getting help is the hardest step. Mate, I've got a problem. Mum, dad, brother, sister, uncle, auntie, community, publican, stranger. First step is the hardest. And it's still the first cut is still the deepest. And that's the one that does all the damage. I beg of you, if you feel like you got the wobblies, please, I know it's hard, please reach out to somebody. I've already had a couple of people reach out to me on Messenger, on Facebook. And it's always, hi Tim, how you going? I'm really good, thanks. Who is this? And they let me know who they are, and I go, yeah, okay. How are you? I've got a lot of problems, and I just need someone to talk to. That's all it takes. A message, a phone call, a note. After all, it's your life. You want to keep it and keep it going as long as you possibly can. Don't let the wobblies take over. It is hard. I know from personal experience, and quite very well. So that's what it's all about. Check it out, the wobblies. Just one more thing. I got to remember what it was now. I got myself up. There we go. Balance life when you get the wobbles. Stay safe. Keep going. Build yourself. And above all, survive. Cheers.